veteran-owned operation. My son works for me. My spouse actually works here. We have three, including myself, full-time employees and two part-time employees. The full-time employees obviously are master automotive repair technicians, which is a good thing. And myself, obviously you can tell by the gray beard, I'm a little bit older. Been around for a while. Came from a large family of 7. My dad was a World War II veteran. He fought the Germans, and he was, pretty strict. And he was the kind of guy that did everything himself. And he had 5 boys and 2 girls, and the 5 boys, we were actually his helpers. So I learned a lot of trades from him. He was a union electrician his entire life after the military. And I learned the electrical trade, which was nice. He got a little bit bummed out when I had an interest in cars rather than electricity. But however, I did learn electrical. I learned carpentry. My dad built 2 houses in my lifetime, and a couple different barns and some outbuildings. But I really got a good knowledge of how to use my hands and how to work long, hard hours. He ensured that happened. So that's stuck with me. And then obviously at some point I turned 18 and I enlisted in the military. And I basically spent 6 years on active duty. I call that my master's degree, pretty much. But anyhow, all jokes aside, let me move on. The facility, obviously, the office building is behind me, and everything you're about to see in this video was built with my hands. I'm pretty good at all that. But we're going to do a little panoramic view for you, and I want you to take notice that we're in a very rural setting, and we'll talk about that more later. But let's do this panoramic view, and then we'll get back to talking about the business. As you can see from the background there, we are definitely in the middle of a cornfield. What we do, obviously, it's automotive repair. The larger building that you seen in the video is the actual repair shop. That's where the technicians repair the vehicles, and obviously the office is where we process the paperwork and do the billing and so on. So basically what has happened is the pandemic has basically caused our car count to go down, and when the car count goes down, our gross sales goes down, and it just has an overall effect on the business. But I did a comparison from last year's numbers to this year's numbers, and we are down considerably on gross sales, which is unfortunate. What's contributing to that? Obviously the COVID. I imagine there's people that are unemployed that can no longer afford to get their cars fixed. And I honestly believe that a lot of people are working from home, and if they're not driving their cars to and from work every day, they're not racking the miles up that would normally cause them to break down and create that income that we need. The impact on the community, as you can see, we're in a small town in Ohio called Ostrander, and the zip code has approximately 1,700, just a little over 1,700 residents. So we don't really have a large pool to pull from in the first place. But we do service the small community, and we are the only automotive repair shop in the entire zip code. Works out great for a Google search, by the way. But anyhow, you know, it's our responsibility to keep their vehicles running. The impact, you know, it's probably the virus more so that's having the impact on the community. I don't really know how to tie our business into the impact of their situations. And as far as the use of the money, you know, I'm a businessman. I understand the quickest way for me to bail myself out would be to lay one employee off, and that would do away with that weekly payroll check, and then those funds could be deferred or diverted to, you know, taking care of other bills. So I really don't want to have to lay any employees off. In my industry, to find a good master technician is not easy, and right now I'm very comfortable with the master techs that I have, and to lay one of them off, I don't know what I might get when the economy picks back up and I have to rehire. I prefer to keep what I've got.